Hello, welcome everyone, I'm Nudo the Second and today we are here for round number 7 of Ultimate League in Kyalami in South Africa, and it's the first time we are racing in Africa, I think, since Kyalami itself back from Season 9, but back then it was race with a different... it was race with a version made by a different creator. Back then it was race on a track made by Game on Goose, but today we're racing on a track made by Kado, and it's the second time ever in UL that a costume track has been raced in two different versions. But let's see who's gonna be taking this provisional poll right now, and it could be, I think, Danny Mater. Here he goes, 33.20, the one who actually won the race back then in Season 9 on his charge for the title against Gamer 15. And I think it was his first win of that season, if I'm not wrong. A race that have a lot of controversy and a lot of rain, like deciding the race in the end, and a lot of lag as well. But yeah, hopefully not the case today. But it's Danny Mater leading on provisional pole with Charge 18 second and Corvid third and Hernandi P4. And now we see not big changes at the top, but we see a bit some of them at the back, and we see Kader up into P6 right now, tied with Kubo now for P5. As we see then Hernandi still there. I think no big changes happening at the front. Charge it is just 200 behind the Animator's lap. Let's see who can take it on this third lap. It should be exciting to see who can take pole position here today. As I believe the Animator's taken win in Igor Drive and maybe could be up for the second win here in Kyalami, but here he goes. Looks like Animator will take pole positions. Absolutely nothing changes at the front apart from Nandi taking third place, I think. So here we go for the qualifying results. We got Animator starting in pole position with Charge AT starting alongside, and it's Nandi starting third ahead of Corvid, and it's Kubo in P5 ahead of Shiruni, who will be then ahead of both NTH's Kader and Anti, both tied. Actually, 4 drivers tied for P5 now that I see, so there could be a bit of a shuffle here between P5 and P8, and Iscado for the first time racing in France with lower ping, so this will be interesting to watch. With my Frias just closing the top 10, so not really good qualifying performance from her, but let's see what can she do in a race as she's leading the championship by just 12 points ahead of Nandi, who sees himself in second in the standings and might be trying to get closer and closer to her in those standings. Then we got Matimar here in P11 ahead of Stobel. Then we got Andres coming back to UL for today with Graf, who was very unfortunate in CL feature. He got a lot of flag and suddenly have to retire in P14 in a race where he looked to be winning. Then Jeff the Jeff in P15 ahead of Letzi. Then you got Irist and Suicide starting at the back of the grid. Suddenly a very big difference between Iris and Suicide laps. Otherwise would be, I think, everyone under 1 second, but it's certainly a very challenging track. Alright, now I need to change the race settings, 10% rain. And I think that will be it. Penalties on high. Tire 1, of course. No active speed is behind. No boost, no damage. Actually, let me just change one thing. Options. Right, there you go. Window, camera, or screen. Alright, soon we should be ready for today's race. Once again, in the standings, it's Mind Freeze leading the way. Then Hernandi will be in second place. Those are just separated by 12 points. Then in the constructors, it's only 7 points gap between LSA and FCR. So things looking interesting for both title fights. Well, let's see here today. The drivers are about to race, and here we go. We are racing in South Africa with Danny Mater having a good start here with Hernandi now up into second place. Around the outside, he's gonna try to take the lead, but he can't. As we see then Anti having an amazing start here with Kyler now up into second and P4 right now. As you can see, a big start here with now Anti trying to get up to second, but now he's down here in third with Corvid here in the middle. He's in a NTH sandwich right now, but he might be seeing a completely different thing. To be fair, you still here Chargety having to back off there from Anti. As we see then Matimar almost pushing him off as Nandi or someone else, I think maybe Kader, got some penalties. In the meantime, it's Danimator running away. We see almost a 4-wide here coming to turn 1, but now they are a little bit separated here, but it's still a huge crash here. And Nandi goes completely off the track. As we see someone else just teleporting massively there. I think Gironi, I'm not really sure. But that was quite the massive lag there. You see then Kader and Jurist. Now leading the way it's gonna be Danimator with Anti already catching up to him. He looks to be fast here actually. He looked very competitive in the mock that I watched on Thursday. And then you got Matimar now currently in the podium, just ahead of the FGRs, and then Chargety here with now Kubo trying to join this battle as well. Now he goes for the sideline on Chargety as Corvi gets absolutely pushed on the outside by someone who I couldn't see. But right now it's still Danimator leading the way. Anti now in second place as Matimar makes some massive mistakes there. Now Maya frees up into third place. This is actually amazing for her title chances because Nandi is quite far behind right now, behind this massive pack currently for third place. So this is huge, also amazing situation for Danimator. Anti might see themselves with a good chance for winning today. We see that Maya freeze in third, maybe try to catch up to these two drivers. I think that might be possible. I'm not really sure what pace does Maya have or what amount of practice that she made for today's races. Then we see Kader with a massive mistake now. Then we see Kader now leading this group, but now it's for P5 I think. Because Maya Freeze and Kuba now alone in third and P4. As we see then Chargety on the inside, he breaks quite early.
Anti's into the lead, Danimator's off the track and Anti is into the lead of the race.
Oh my god, that's actually quite big as now we see Maya Freeze and Kubo catching up to that group for second place. But now Danny is looking to run away, but Maya I think gets back that slipstream. And I think Kubo will just slipstream as well, so this might be a pace battle right now. Anti an amazing situation for the second win of the season today as he won in the opening round in Austria after an amazing and perfectly executed race there. And let's see if he can do the same today as Danny makes another mistake. Maya Freeze go up to second place, but now Danny tries to defend on the inside line, but here goes Maya Freeze around the outside. And I think she's already in second place, but we might see some risk here happening. But I think Maya Freeze just managed to survive and still going wheel to wheel here on the first few corners as Maya Freeze takes the inside line, but they are still just fighting for the same spot here. At least that's what I'm seeing on my screen. I'm not sure if they are totally alone on their screens. But yeah, either way, Anti just looking amazingly well now in first place in this second group. Now Danimator, Maya Freeze and Kubo, then it's Kader having an amazing start here, and I think he just pushed Corvid into the penultimate corner, I think, as then we see Kubo going for the early pit stop here. I mean, but not that early. I think 6 laps is actually quite fair for a soft stint. As we see also Nandi doing the same. He desperately needs to do it as he is behind quite a lot, and now just looking for some undercuts here for the second stint. But let's hope he's not going to have a lot of trouble when everyone else pits, as they'll have better tires of speed and Maya Freeze getting the move on turning, but maybe she may have pushed the German driver off the track there. I'm not really sure. But either way, Anti goes into the pits for the hard tires. Now it's Sobol leading the way on the mediums with Chargety on the hard, slipstreaming him. Then it's Gironi. Now Anti is going to be down in P4 just ahead of Jurist, who is still also yet to pits. Then we got Maya now waiting for the soft still with Kubo just staying behind that slipstream on the hard, but not really sure if he's even taking the slipstream. And now they're going to have to pass Jurist. There she goes, Maya Freeze on the inside line of the Portuguese driver. Kubo will be watching this to see maybe if there's going to be a crash right ahead of him. But there she goes, Maya makes the move. Kubo will go into the grass. Not ideal, as you're going to lose the slipstream of the Spaniard. Now right behind he's going to have Corvid and Kader, two very pink drivers who can give him trouble here. Let's see if he can survive turn 1, and yes he can, as Jurist I think makes a massive mistake there. And now he's going to get slowed by this entire pack. But here he goes now, Kader around the outside, now the inside line of Kubo here for P6. But let's see at the front, I think no, there's just slipstreaming, I'm pretty sure. Because then we got Maya Freeze now, I think the net leader in P4 just ahead of Anti. They have both pitted, but Anti's on the hards, so looking well here, slipstreaming Mari on the softs. As then we see Kader now going for the move on Kubo. Kubo might actually not like this as Kader just makes a mistake and yeah, they're just losing a lot of time now. We then see here also massive pack between Corvid, Kado and Hanandi. Also I think Marin Free is now catching up to Juruni. This is the battle for the third place, but Juruni will easily just let them pass and will do the same with Anti. So giving them both equal treatment as now the race leader, who was the provisional race leader, Charge 18, now pitting on lap 10. And the first drivers have pitted on lap 6, so that's 4 laps difference here. So we can tell how diverse the strategy can be here. As you can see now, Kubo and Kader now battling each other now for what it is third place at the moment. As you can see, it looks to be a very intense moment. There's a huge risk of getting pushed off. As right behind, we got now Hanandi climbing up quite a few positions here. Now in P6, as you can see, Kubo is not happy with the Colombian. Now as Hanandi gets pushed off, I think, by Corvid. I think it was pushed off by Corvid. What happened to the animator? Is down quite a lot of positions here. Down to P10, he was leading the way at the beginning. Big questions that should be maybe answered later on, but we got him right behind the LSAs now. I think Swabble will be playing teammate games here with Hanandi to just let him extend, I think, this second stint. Potentially, maybe that's what Levy will ordering them to do, but right now he loses the slipstream, but he still has Danny here, but it looks to be huge conflict here. I think Danny Mater takes the penalty, and now Hanandi will go into the pits. He has no choice, and he's gonna go for the hearts. Yeah, there he goes. Now he needs to think about saving those pit stops. As then we got Kader with Kubo once again. Kubo might be very stressed out at this moment, I'm pretty sure, with now having Corby right behind him. Because Kubo could be actually up for a good result here today with, I think would be second podium of the season after Igor driving third place, I think. But yeah, at the front it's the same. It's Marin Frias leading the way with Antti, then in second place, just on the slipstream. I think Marin will be pitting on the next lap, with then Kader just looking to be third at the moment. So amazing actually result for Kader, doing pretty well at the moment. So let's see what can he do till the end of the race. We got then Kado, Sobel, Kraft, Danny and Charge IT. This is a massive pack at the moment for P4, P5. I would say. Then you can see here Kado, Danny battling each other. Now for P6, it's Sobel right ahead of the mediums. And yeah, looks like now we see Chargity also was one of the latest drivers to pit, so we can expect him to have the best of tires. And now we see Main Freeze once again on the soft tires, emerging right behind this big group, so this is not looking that great for her. Now he needs to get past the British driver. She goes around the outside to now have the inside line. Can he take the position? I think she can. Now you can see he has to pass the Frenchman of Kado, and there she goes now, passing this pack right now with no troubles. But let's see what can she do. Right ahead of her, she has Denimator, Sobel, and Kubo right ahead. And there she goes. She gets passed by Kubo here. She goes around the outside. There she goes. Now she's gonna take the slipstream of Sobel, and that's an amazing move once again. Let's see now what can she do here in turn 1. I think she gets a little bit push on from the inside. As Denimator goes off the track very weirdly there, and now she's on the battle against Kubo, and there she goes now. Another move done. Now she's up into P4, only Sobel right ahead, losing minimal time possible. And now Sobel will just let her pass right now. Really amazing racecraft here by Main Frias, not gonna lie. And now we see some confusion here. We got Kubo now going to the pits from those harsh.
He takes a lot of difficulty getting into the pits. He got rubbed up against someone but avoided the wall nicely.
Yeah, it seems that now he's going to be leaving in P11. As we got then Hanandi right now. I think it's important to watch him. He's currently in P9, already behind Marin Freeze. I think she's going to be losing time losing points, I mean, to the FCR driver today. Unless the rain could make a huge shake-up, but right now he's already behind her. As you can see, she's now gonna be taking the lead, or the net lead, I would say, as Anti's on the hards, old hards, but the rain will actually affect a lot. You can see here it's currently cloudy, right in the weather marker is right in the middle. Will it be more symmetrical than that, I think, as you got 10 Main Freeze now in second place. almost 2 seconds behind, and you got Charge GT and Sobel. These two have been slipstreaming each other the entire time.
Let's
Looking
see
like
if Anti
best
goes out
buddies.
for another lap, and he has. He could have came in there for the rain. He was playing chicken with that rain meter as the clouds were there. His tires are very, very worn, but he's going to get off okay with just about 2/3 of a lap with rain for him.
Yes, but he has extremely old tires. That's very important to note. So he might still lose a lot of time with that. As we see now, Maya Freeze getting past Animator, goes completely off the track there, maybe getting planted by her. I'm not really sure. Then now he gets passed by a lot of people. Very old hard tires. He's just risking too much, and I think the rain is here to stay. As Anti will have to pit, and I think Maya Freeze will be certainly taking the lead of the race now. And there he goes, Anti into the pits. Taking out those hard tires. Let's see, he's gonna be. Where is he gonna be? Maybe taking the slipstream. I don't think he's even gonna do that. So there he goes. Maya Freeze leads the way. Anti will be in second now. Charge GT standing up into third place. So this group here of Charge GT and Sobel suddenly just finding himself in an amazing position. Now the rain is gonna end. And I think those on the inters will be winning the most, as you can see here. Also racing P8. Now having a solid result with Kader right behind him. And Kader is certainly next to him on this screen, but on my screen is quite almost a second, I would say, behind him. So that's really huge. Then you got Gironi right behind him on the wets. And then we got here Anti, maybe looking to switch with Charge GT. I think he trusts Charge GT's pace, but it's currently Maya Freeze leading the way. Charge here, maybe to look to do what he did back in Singapore, when he got his first ever win, and it was certainly an exciting moment for the British people in our server. But right now it's Maya Freeze leading the way. Charge GT second. He's looking to actually get much closer to her right now, so I believe that Maya Freeze may have not done that much practice for today's race. Otherwise, I think she would be running away.
Oh, and look at Kubo all the way down into 11th. He was running in 4th before that rain came at some point, and he's really dropped off.
Yeah, I can see he may have get screwed up a lot by the rain, I'm pretty sure. So things just not looking that well for him. Also, the Animator down in P13 at the moment, who was leading the way at the beginning of the race, so things just not going well for the German driver. As we see, I think Susi will be the first to pit for the dry tires. Maya Freeze will come in as well. We see also Charge GT and Anti, even though it's cloudy, so maybe some drivers might simply try to stay out. You can see here, Kraft is gonna do it. Kraft is gonna do it. Hernandez will certainly gonna risk it. He has nothing to lose. He's already quite far behind. So let's see what can he do. He is really hoping that the rain will come back, but no, he's not gonna come back. Looks like he's gonna be sunny right next. So this is not gonna work well for the Ugandan driver. He's gonna be falling in a lot of positions now. You got Sobel Corby right behind him, and I guess it might actually just be him, because then you reach these 8 seconds behind. So yeah, Hernandez actually will not lose maybe that much. So I think probably good decision to just try and just go for a gamble that could make him win a lot. But yeah, right now he's going to be leaving in P7, so he has quite a recovery right ahead of him, but now he's going to have better tires than the drivers ahead, except Kraft who pitted at the same time. Although considering that that tire is time base, the fact that Hernandez just pitted a few seconds behind him, it means that he actually has slightly better tires. So when you come from behind and manage to catch a driver who was ahead of you, you actually will have slightly better tires than him. But I don't know if the grip difference is actually very crucial, but either way, it's Maya Freeze leading the way now. She has the soft tires, so probably trying to keep that track position. Then we got Charlie and Anti on the hard tires, just slipstreaming each other. Not much happening here with Kraft also alone, looking for redemption after what happened in the CL feature race today.
We've got Urus, Kader, and Jiruni battling here for P8 as well. They're 3 in a row, and some tight racing going on, and it looks like Urus might be having some trouble with Kader's ping.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. He's often known to complain about the high pingers, and Lucky Kader is not one of them today. But it looks like Risk got caught up by this group of Jiruni and Kader now, but he's still in the top 10. Right behind is going to be Animator and Kubo, 2 fast drivers who might be looking for recovery here today. As then we got Kader, then it's Chef to Jeff battling Matimar, 2 past JL champions. We got also Galaxy right behind him, who I also not sure if he won in JL as well as JL title back when it wasn't a separated league, I think. And then you got Andres and Suicide here in last place. But yeah, let's then watch this battle. For P8 we got Johnny, Eurist and Kyler. They certainly will be battling each other all on the hard tires and all with hard racing as well. There he goes now, Eurist taking the slipstream. He goes around the outside. Johnny will try to defend, but Eurist just gets just enough space here. But it does look to be quite a hard battle. Eurist on inside line once again. And he takes the position, but Johnny's right behind him, trying to maybe fight for the exact same space on the track here. And once again, they're just making the last few corners. Juris just takes things sideline and I think Jury may have get punted there. And now Kader is joining this battle. Soon we might see Dynamite and Kubo, who will probably not like to see that these are in a very messy battle right now. Because looks like in the meantime, we got the bigger group right ahead here. It was only Chargity and Anti, but now Corvin and Soba has joined the party. Maybe the slipstream party, let's say. But now Corvin has much older tires, so I don't know if he has the advantage right now. So that would be the big question, and I think he doesn't. He's already lost the slipstream once again, so he might have to pit very, very soon. Now we are getting into 13 laps to go, I think, at the end of this lap, so you might start to see a difference between an extra pit stop and those who will save that one pit stop, I think. I think Chargity and Anti will certainly be looking for that, but my freeze, I think, yeah, she's gonna pit now. I think she will go for softs again. And there she goes. With 13 laps to go, I can only assume that she will do a 6 lap stint and a 7 lap stint. I don't know with which order, but I think that's what she will go for this race. While Anti and Chargity now will be going for another set of hard tires, but no! The rain is going to come back once again. My freeze will get massively screwed up here, with Hernandi right behind her, so this is amazing for him for the title fight. If he can catch up to the Spaniard right now. But let's see if the rain will stay though. Some drivers might risk it. I think my freeze could do it. She has new tires, and there she goes. She's going to stay out. As we see also Chargity is staying out as well. Oh, this could be big if the rain will end very soon. And it seems to be very, very light rain. It's as light as it could be, but I think he's staying for now. We got Anti just keeping third place at the moment with Corvin and Sobo now joining this group. But I think my freeze might have to pit on the next lap, but she had new tires, so it makes sense to stay out. But Chargity here has old hard tires. He's gonna be losing the most time here, so I think this freeway battle group will be the one leading the way here with Sobo and Anti and Corvin. So this is looking very interesting right now, as now Chargity will be down to P4, my freeze down to P5, and now Hernandi will be passing Kraft and now pits here, so I think the Lynx Racing teammates will be quite close to each other here, probably the closest that they have ever been this season. And then we got Harvey now leading the way here. Could he be looking for the first ever win in UL? I think he has never won. He has got a podium in both Central Park and in no, not Central Park, Kimi Ring, I mean, and also in round 2 with the track name that I'm not here, not gonna dare to say is because I think people will make fun of me. So either way, Harvey has 2 podiums, and today could certainly be looking for the third one. But who knows if he can be stepping on the top of the podium, which I think will be the first time that a European driver would, a non-European driver would be winning a race since K. I think since K on my first ever race in UL back in season 4. So this could be quite an historical moment. Let's see what can Corvin do now with just 9 laps to go. He's gonna pit for the mediums, and he's on the hard tires. We see also Solo, so we could see a freeway battle now. This could be quite a massive race. Also we got Hernandi just trying to catch up to Maya Frias in the battle for P5 and also for the battle for the title this season. So there is a lot to see what can happen. The Sabo now takes second place. He's certainly going for the battle here. I think he's going to give up these slipstream games right now. As we see now, Anti's trying to come back, and there he goes. He takes back second place, but Sabo is right behind him. He goes for the sideline. They're still now going wheel to wheel with Corvin just ahead of them. But he's still now keeping that second place, but Sobel will not give up until he has that slipstream. He's gonna try now taking Corvin's slipstream around the outside. Can he do it? I think he can. There he goes, Sobel up into second place. Antti will lose contact to the front. As we see also Charge GT maybe licking his lips to maybe come back to this lead group as he's completely alone. No one to slow him down with battling. But he's currently still Corvin leading the way. Could he take his first ever win in UL? That will be the big question here. As you got Sobel, the current UL champion, right behind him, with then Antti, round number 1 winner here in this season, in third place, and it's Charge GT, the only driver to finish a race in last place and in first place in the same season. And I mean an actual finish, not the DNF. So what Charge GT did last season was quite historical, but let's see what can he do now, racing for BAR, which will be retiring for the league. I mean the team will be retiring from this league as Kubo will take ownership of that team. And I'm pretty sure the team will change the name. So yeah, we got then Corvin still in the lead. Antti is trying to come back. Maybe he might be able to do it with the hard tires. I think Antti will certainly be thinking about the long-term game to maybe have the advantage on the last few laps, but not when he makes mistakes, as Charge GT will be looking to catch up to him. I think he's very close to that slipstream, as I think Sobel may have lost slipstream from Corvin as well, which you can see also Antti getting closer here. So we might maybe see 4 drivers batting for the lead. I'm actually getting very excited about today's race. And here he goes now, Charge GT, I think on Antti's slipstream. He will try to go for the move here, or will Antti actually let him pass? Because I think that will be possible. That might be crucial for them to come back to the lead group, because they're not just that far away right now. We got Corvin still in the lead, and maybe the hards might start to get better than the mediums towards this end of the race. It is a track with a lot of braking points and tight corners, so we will see right now. As in the meantime, Marian Free is still ahead of Nandi, so she's still getting points on him in the title fight. But now Zanelli makes another mistake here, not looking that great. Now we got 2 different battles, but I think Antti will make a switch with Charge GT, but not working well here, as you can see. Oh, that's not ideal. The Charge GT will be taking back that slipstream, but at the same time they'll be losing some time to Corvin and Sobel. But it's still not over yet. They have to believe that they can do it, but Charge GT makes another mistake on the sideline. This is looking very great for Corvin and Sobel. Corvin still leading the way. He has the advantage of having huge ping, so Sobel, things are not looking well for him, but he has a lot of experience, so he might be able to get around the Australian. But let's see how will we do it, because remember, it's just not being ahead of him on your screen is not enough. But Corvin makes a mistake. Sobel cannot pass him. This could allow maybe Charge GT, and Antti was just trying to recompose themselves to come back in these final few laps. Can't they still do it though? Mayfrey is also getting very close, Nandi as well. So this is looking once again very interesting between the top 6 right now. Nandi is still trying to catch up to Mayfrey. So let's see, it's only 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go. Who can take the win here? I think Corvin might be able to do it. Once again, will be the first time since K back in Season 4 that a non-European driver would be winning a race in UL. We are talking about more than 2 years, I think, since that has happened. So there he goes. I think Sobel's lost his slipstream. I think Sobel's lost his slipstream. We got Charge GT also getting very close here for second place. I think now the hards might be better than the mediums. Here he goes now. Charge GT has got the slipstream now. This is the battle for second place. But I think Corvin might be able to get away with it. I think Corvin will be able to do it out of nowhere. Corvin actually has a lot of hopes for today's race. He has got so many disappointments in his career, mostly due to the ping. He has to learn how to deal with it. You got Sobel right ahead of him now. Great comes Charge GT up to second place. But here we go now, Corvin, for the first time since K back in Season 4, round number 6. Corvin will be the first since K to win a UL race while not being in Europe, as Charge GT will take second place, Sobel will be third, then it's Antti in P4, Mayfrey is P5, Hernand in P6, then Kraft P7, and Carter with an amazing result of being P8. After Reese with his first top 10 for quite a while, I think, in P9, then Kubo will take P10. Then it's gonna be Gironi, then Jeff to Jeff in P12. Then it's Danny Mater, Matimar, Andres, Caddo, Wesley. Then I think then we'll end with Suicide. And there we go. From P1 to P17 is only 44 seconds separation. But then Suicide has been racing for quite a while, I'm pretty sure. We will be obviously finishing right behind. But we go, Suicide might not even.
It says host closed the game for me.
Yeah,